I took the money and ran back to the capital, only to die miserably outside the city. Thinking about it now, she wasn't wrong. I'm going. Bella, Kate, help me get ready. When I arrived at the polo field, the match was just about to start. The moment I showed up, the whole place went quiet. Everyone was shocked I came, since Amy and I had always hated each other. Anna, why are you here? Haven't you always hated Miss Amy? Emma, daughter of the Minister of Works, walked up. Lily, daughter of the Minister of Revenue, followed her. They were my close friends, and they used to badmouth Amy in my ear all the time. I smiled faintly, just here to watch. The two of them breathed a sigh of relief and came over to complain. Amy is awful. She made us stand all the way in the back on purpose. She's looking down on you. We should just leave. Are you telling me what to do? My tone was flat, and they froze. I ignored them and walked straight toward the front row. The field was in the middle, surrounded by seats filled with noble ladies and young lords. There were 2 empty seats in the front row. I was about to ask, but then I saw Amy's brother Tom sitting on the other side. He was friends with Jack, so I figured those 2 seats were saved for Jack and another friend of theirs. Mrs. Jack, please sit wherever you like. I'll have someone make another seat. Thank you, young General Tom. No need. I turned and walked toward an empty seat across from them. Before I got there, a handsome young man hurried over and sat down. Countless eyes turned to me. Someone beside the young man whispered a few words and he shakily stood up. Mrs. Jack, you can sit here. Thank you, just call me Anna. This was Ben, the son of a censor. He got shy very easily. Anna, Ben's face turned bright red. I nodded and sat down. Amy rode in on a fine horse, dressed in a red-fitted polo outfit, her high ponytail making her look bold and fierce. Well, what strange wind blew you here today? Didn't you send me an invitation? I was just doing it for show. So am I. Amy looked stunned. Then someone called for her from behind, so she said nothing more and turned back to her team. The match began. I watched Amy ride across the field with such ease, and my eyes were full of envy. Suddenly, cheers came from outside the field. Jack, Tom, and John, the Duke's son, had arrived. The 3 noble heartthrobs appeared together, drawing the attention of every woman there. Tom pointed in my direction. Jack looked over, his gaze still clear, but he looked away after just one glance. I withdrew my gaze and focused on the match. When it ended, people started leaving one after another. I got up and walked toward Amy. Miss Amy, would you mind if I rode a couple of laps? I've never ridden before, so I hope you can teach me a little. Amy looked completely shocked. I don't mind. A servant led over a horse. With her help, I mounted it and copied Amy's posture to steady myself. The moment I sat steady, the horse suddenly bolted. My face went pale and I instinctively hugged the horse's neck. Anna, pull the reins tight. Look ahead and steady yourself. I quickly did as she said. The moment I steadied myself, she stepped off her horse and flew over, landing behind me and pulling the reins tight. The horse raised its front legs and slowly stopped. After getting down, my legs were shaking, but I forced myself to stand firm. Mrs. Jack, forgive me. I thought you knew how to ride. Oh? Whether I know how to ride or not, is that your excuse to whip the horse? I turned to Amy. Miss Amy, thank you. She nodded blankly. I smiled faintly and turned to leave. Starting today, don't come back. Miss, I was trying to help you teach her a lesson. No, please. Do I need you to teach anyone a lesson for me? Men, take him away. Outside the polo field, I saw Ben waiting by the gate. Thanks for giving me your seat earlier. It's nothing. Being able to help you, Anna, is my honor. Are you free? I'll buy you a meal. I'm hungry. Ben nodded blankly. Walking down the street, my eyes were full of excitement. Before I got married, I loved shopping most. After marrying into Jack's estate, I never had the chance again. In this life, I wanted to be myself again. In the middle of the street, a refined scholar was selling calligraphy and paintings. It was Peter, Lucy's childhood sweetheart. In my last life, he was also collateral damage in their love story. He walked up to me. Miss, would you like some calligraphy or paintings? Sure, paint my portrait. He finished quickly. The lines were smooth, capturing the calmness between my brows. It wasn't as good as the portrait Jack made for Lucy, but I was very satisfied. I'll buy all of his work. Peter was thrilled and thanked me again and again. Ben looked like he wanted to say something, but I didn't pay attention. From a second-floor window nearby, Jack watched the whole scene calmly. Mrs. Jack seems different today, more like how she was before marriage. How does she know Ben? I think she's acting crazy today. A cold light flashed in Jack's eyes. Ever since I forced the marriage, I had been a spoiled, unreasonable lady in his heart. He would never like me. After buying the paintings, I took Ben to the biggest restaurant in town, Yunhee Tower. The private room door wasn't closed, and I immediately saw Jack and the others. They looked at me too. This is the only private room left. If you two don't like it, you can sit downstairs in the main hall. This room is fine. I walked straight in and casually shut the door. She really is acting crazy. Relax and eat, it's fine. I said this to the nervous Ben, then I poured a cup of wine and drank it in one go. Growing up in a noble household had trained my alcohol tolerance. Since I was in a good mood today, I couldn't help having a few more cups. My head felt a little dizzy, but I was still clear-minded. After eating, we walked out and happened to run into Jack and his group. He glanced at me, his voice cold. Let's go back together. Sure, thank you, husband. He frowned and went straight downstairs.